What's up everyone, my name is Ben and today I'm back with yet another video. Today we'll be talking about the best budget smartphones for right around $200 for summer 2018. Now these types of videos are my favorite to make. I always love looking at what companies are able to accomplish as technology progresses, because as we know, when technology progresses, prices keep getting cheaper and cheaper. When I was researching these phones, I was very impressed. Now, the amount of camera performance, specs, battery life, features, reliability and all that other stuff that you are able to get now in summer 2018 for the price compared to just a year ago is absolutely mind-blowing. The progress here is outstanding. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The first phone on the list is the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro. That name is incredibly long, but believe me, this phone is something special. The price of this phone is going just around $215, and in my opinion, you really cannot go wrong. This phone ships with Android 8.1 and it will probably get the Android 9.0 update when that comes out. And listen to this. This phone has the Snapdragon 636 1.8 GHz octa-core processor. It has 6 GB of RAM. It has a dual camera setup on the back. It has an expandable storage option up to 128 GB. It supports dual SIM cards and wait for it, it has a 4000 mAh battery. When I was researching this phone, I really couldn't believe it. First up, the Snapdragon is absolutely incredible. It will be very reliable for fast performance, no lag at all, and Android 8.1 really is, well, it's the greatest until Android 9.0 comes out. Also, expandable memory, that's incredible. You already have 64 GB of space on the phone, but if you wish to expand, there's the option. You have dual SIM cards, which is basically everyone's dream, especially if you're a business owner. And last and most importantly, in my opinion, the camera. You have a dual camera setup on the back, and believe me, the camera setup on this phone for $200 is out of this world. In my opinion, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro is one of the best phones that you can buy currently for the price in summer 2018. Up next, we have one more incredible device. This is the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1. That name is really long and hard to remember, but the phone goes for $185. So for $185, listen to this. You're getting the exact same processor, so the Snapdragon 636 1.8 GHz octa-core processor. You get 4 GB of RAM. You get a dual camera setup on the back as well as a fingerprint sensor. You also get 64 GB of storage. You get the latest and greatest Android 8.1, and this is completely stock version. There's no skin on it. This is just plain old Android 8.1, which means, well, this phone will be incredibly fast. In my opinion, even faster than the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro. Why? Well, you don't have a skin on it. This is a completely stock version of Android 8.1, and in my opinion, it will be running insanely fast. And the most important feature of them all, a 5000 mAh battery. The phone earlier, so the Xiaomi Redmi Note 5 Pro, has a 4000 mAh battery, which, well, is mind-blowing. But this one has a 5000 mAh battery, and from my experience, you will have this phone turned on non-stop for at least 2 days, which means that if you're, well, a medium to heavy user of your device, it will last you at least a day and a half, if not 2. That is absolutely incredible. So the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1 is for $185, in my opinion, one of the best that you can buy this summer. The third and final phone that in my opinion we all need to pay attention to is the Xiaomi Mi A1. This phone costs right around $220, and listen to this, this phone is part of the Android One program. Android One is basically a program that supports some of the phones that are being released today, some of the budget phones, and what Android One guarantees is at least 2 years of updates and 4 years of security updates. In my opinion, that is absolutely incredible, because we all know the issue that, well, if you buy a phone for $1,000, of course you're going to get updates for 2-3 years. But if you buy a phone for, well, $200, you're probably going to get 1, maybe 2 updates, and then the phone will be stuck in the past. That's not the case with Android One. You will always have the latest version of Android available, and you also have a completely stock experience of Android, plus you'll be getting security and regular updates for at least 2 years. Now the Xiaomi Mi A1 is, well, it has a Snapdragon 625 octa-core processor, it has 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage, it's expandable up to 128GB via the micro SD card slot, and it has a beautiful 1080p display. In my opinion, just because this phone is part of the Android One program, it's worth the purchase. Not only will you be getting also an insane camera setup on the back, which is a dual camera setup, you will also be getting consistent and regular updates, and we all know that as long as your phone is getting updates, you will know that you are not stuck in the past, that you have a fast and reliable device, and you'll most likely be lag-free with the Android One or stock Android software. In my opinion, the Xiaomi Mi A1 is one of the most important devices of this summer, as well as the past 2 that I have mentioned. In my opinion, it definitely deserves our attention. So these 3 devices are what I'm paying attention to this summer, the summer of 2018. Please let me know if you guys think that I missed any good devices by leaving a comment down below and mentioning what you like about those devices, why they're cool, why do I need to pay attention to them. If you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping it a like, and I'll see you all next time.